walk animations in this intro are so goofy. Yeah. No, all the walk animations in FE3 are delightfully goofy. Delightfully goofy. Also, they had a horse on the beach. Didn't they learn that's not good gameplay? Path of Radiance taught me that. Sorrowful Gra. Gra, from the very beginning, was an ally of Rhetia. However, during the Battle of Grunia, they suddenly sided with the enemy. Because they were ambushed from behind, the Eretean army was decimated, and its king Cornelius and the Falchion disappeared at Gra. It has been 2 years since that tragic day. Marth finally reaches Gra Castle, guarded by the one who drove his father to death, Gio. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get Aaron and Samson today. Oh, right! I forgot, no music. We gotta put on my licensed music. I forgot. I forgot. Hello? Music, would you like to function? It's Tomas Tuesday, but it's Wednesday. Derek, it's Wednesday. It is Wednesday, my dudes. But Tomas Tuesday would be a good stream title. I wish I'd thought of that. Maybe we'll have Tomas Thursday. Alright, how is that volume? Can you hear? You probably can't hear, it looks like. How's this? There we go. That's probably good. Thormas Tuesday. I mean, we're using Thomas. Where's Medea? There she is. I was playing Mina the Hollower, but now's a good time to take a break. Yo, Mina the Hollower, low-key, I think Mina the Hollower might be my game of the year, at least so far. He drops his silver sword if you kill him! That's actually so fucking funny. I mean, you know, there is a Fire Emblem game coming out this year, but I'll be honest, I find it unlikely that I'll enjoy Fortune's Weave more than Mina the Hollower. King Joel. The Allied army has finally come. What do you mean, the Allied army? Idiot! Why don't you just call them rebels? Well, yes, I'm sorry. It's just that everyone calls them the Allied army now, so... Idiot! Those fools are just a bunch of rebels! You shouldn't have to fear them. I can't believe this. Not only did they make it here alive, but they were led by the Fire Emblem. Have you requested reinforcements from the Daruna Empire yet? Yes, a squadron of Pegasus Knights are expected to arrive soon. Pegasus Knights? What good can those things do? Yo, wait. Me when fucking Florina gets one-shot by an archer in FE7. I specifically requested either Caboose Black Knights or Michiel's Dragon Knights. Damn it. So that's how they treat me? They plan on betraying us. Just as we betrayed Cornelius? Damn that Garnef. I don't want to die just yet. Do you understand what to do? Yes, Your Highness. Enemy phase rescue drop. Why does Dole have Pegasus? Shouldn't it be Macedon? You know, that's a good question. I don't know if we will ever get an answer to it. Oh my god, Ricardo showed up in the Oh, okay. We're gonna have to do the deploy trick. Okay, I need him in George's spot. This should put him in George's spot. I like how I said don't play opening, but we're not doing the cutscene, but they do still have to show this. They do still have to... Yes, okay, I got it right. So, we'll lower the bridge. Uh-oh. We need Medea? Okay. We need to do it again. Because we need Medea to recruit the strongest man in Archenea. I accidentally voted Aaron in the Aaron versus Samson poll. Can someone please vote Samson for me? Well, you could just change your vote, right? It's not final. I don't know what the fuck it is about FP1 through 3, but maps are extremely recognizable. Maybe it's because it doesn't lend itself to a center or go north sharp position. Yeah, they are pretty iconic. Samson having a girlfriend gave him votes over dying in battle. You are now branded as a Samson enjoyer forever. You have been cursed to like Samson. The Biden blast. My Biden blast failed. How is the volume, by the way? I had to adjust the music volume because we did the State of Play stream. Is the volume good still? Can you hear me and also the music, but the music's not too loud so you can still hear me? Ara farming. My messages are so delayed. Are you just like backwards in time? Are you watching the stream on a delay? No, I'm not. Interesting. Interesting. I don't know why the messages would be delayed then. Our bomb. Biden blast. Okay, this time we hit it with the Biden blast. 3 people to kill a sniper, 0 growths moment. That's less a 0 growths moment and more just Archenea snipers being low-key pretty scary moment. Astria, why are you here? Medea? Is that you, Medea? Are you alright? It's great to see you again. Ah, Astria, you didn't know. The Eretean army has already liberated Pales. Hostages were all freed and now we're fighting together with Eretia. So you don't need to help the enemy anymore. Really? That's great! In that case, I want to try my hand at challenging Daruya once again. From now on, we'll be together. I'll definitely not leave your side again. So Astrum unit review? Question mark? I mean, we meme on him because he sucks in FE11. This guy's mid at worst, I think. He's a classic Archenea pre-promote moment where his stats are less than any hero you trained up would be. 10 weapon level, 14 speed is impressive. 14 speed, 14 skill. He'll get a lot of crits. And he can use silvers, which like means for our purposes, I'm very happy to have this fucker. But yeah, I mean, he's a pre-promoted version, right? He's got the exact stats of a base promoted Ogma. Is that true? Chat, is this true? I don't think this is true. At the very least, the weapon level's not there. But yeah, he's, you know, the classic Archenea pre-promote moment where it's like, okay, but a trained up one would probably be a little bit better. But hey, promotion items are rare. Like, he usually slots onto a team as a filler unit. And then book 2 happened. Yeah, and then book 2 happens, and he's like a whole other deal. But in book 1, he serves the purpose of like filler unit.exe. His growths are actually surprisingly decent. 50% strength growth, 20% speed growth though. But like, he doesn't need speed. He's got 14 at base, 40% skill, 50% luck, 40% weapon level, 10% defense. So I guess it's really just the strength that's decent. Strength and HP, 90% HP. In book 2, he has Macarius at base. I don't know how many times I have to say this, but we're doing book 1 reviews. They're different units. In my mind, they're different units because they perform vastly differently. Like, I don't know why over the past, like, 4 or 5 units, chat keeps bringing up book 2 things. We'll get there when we get there. We're in book 1 right now. They're vastly different units. Like, the lack of Mercurius at base does mean that he's kind of just filler unit.exe. Although 40% weapon level growth means he'll get there eventually in a growths playthrough. Yeah. Clown on him. We can clown on him, but he's fine. He's kind of just fine. We also get Paladin Katria on this map, which is pretty cool. Oh, do these armors move? I think they do. I just checked and Ostrom has exactly one more skill than base promoted Sigma. Sorry, I don't know why, but I find it so funny referring to Ogma as Sigma. God, Silverbow guy. Scary, scary, scary. Scary Terry. I think we warp... Humph over here. Protect the thieves, or protect the treasure from the thieves. George and Thomas go over here. We can mock him because Samson will in 2 maps have better stats. True. We are gonna get Samson. We are gonna get Samson. Just to spoil the Aaron versus Samson moment. I think Samson is the better choice, and especially for our playthrough. In my defense, I brought up book 2 in regards to staying together thing for his recruitment. Okay. Wait, shit, Night Killer. Dodge. Oh my god, Medea. Oh fuck, we got another Twitch bot. Oh my god. Oh my god, I hate these fucking Twitch bots. Okay. So Tom... Why would you ever get Aaron? I mean, if you want a paladin, right? Like, if you want the movement on outdoor maps, maybe? Alright, Armor Killer you. Jesse, what the fuck are you talking about? Aaron versus Samson. It's a unit choice that we're gonna have in, like, 2 maps. What? That's Paula? Wait, I'm looking for Lord Marth. Thomas, better unit than Paula confirmed. I didn't realize that was Paula and Katria. I'm used to them showing up as reinforcements. I just thought those were enemies. The enemy. Wait, I'm looking for Prince Marth. Shoots her fucking dead. Use the turn wheel? Nah, I'm not a fan of using turn wheel on turn 1. Alright, in that case, if these are Paula and Katria, Marth can go over here and recruit them turn 1, right? They'll, like, recruit themselves on him, probably? Shouldn't have gotten hit. The boss was right. Pegasuses are bad. Minerva looking at Tomas's war crimes. I love how there's just a whole squad of archers in gay baby jail. So fucking true. Also, thank you for the follow, Yoshi Mallow. The follow was perfectly timed with the spell. Aura summoned a kitty cat. If you're referring to me, I was referring to Zero Escape. One of the main characters in the second game is called Sigmund, and the other's called Fee, Siggy, and Fido as the antagonists. Interesting. I've never played Zero Escape. So yeah, the Night Killer will go for Medea, but she lives. Fire Emblem Heroes refers to the fact that you can have up to 12 units in the hero class in this game. So true. So fucking true. Yo, Astria Dodge! Strongest man in Archenea confirmed! Lord Marth, it's been a while. I'm Katua. After hearing about Minerva has finally joined your side, I have been waiting for you. I will also try my best. Please watch over me. Lord Marth, greetings. I am Paula of the White Knights. After hearing that you rescued Maria, my sister... your sister? Excuse me? After hearing you rescued Maria, my sister... Katua and oh, my sister Katua. Okay, I was so confused for a second. I was like, Maria is not your sister. After hearing you rescue Maria, my sister Katua and I escaped from Macedonia. Following my promise to Katua, I will also fight together with Minerva. However, our youngest sister Est headed to Grunya and hasn't been seen since. Once she returns, we three will be able to help you out even more. Grammar moment. Yeah, it was just confusing phrasing. So should we talk about Paula and Katua? Paula and Katua? So these are the White Wings. Paula is actually kind of incredible. Well, this is Katua. Paula is actually kind of incredible. She is 2 levels from promoting, and when she promotes, she just becomes like a second Minerva, but a little bit faster. 13 speed. 7 attack. Not the greatest, but she has 12 weapon levels, so she can use like silver. She can use a Grativu, right? Is Grativu 12 or 14? I think Grativu's 14. F-E. Book 1 item. Sister emblem. This is the sister of my sister. Yeah. 8 defense also, like, surprisingly bulky for a Pegasus Knight, which is the same thing we said about Sheeta. The biggest problem Paula runs into is, well, her speed growth is kind of ass. 10%, right? 20% speed growth. But like 13 base is good enough anyway, so that doesn't really matter. The bigger issue is the first Elysian Whip, or the first Draco Whip, isn't for a couple of chapters. Draco Whip FE3. I think it's in chapter 15? Skydrake Whip. Oh, yeah, this is chapter 15. So for 5 chapters, she's stuck unpromoted. She's still got good unpromoted stats, but she'll be like worse than Minerva. Once she promotes, she's a little bit better than Minerva. Obviously joins later, promotes later. I think Minerva is the better unit. But Paolo's quite good. 12 weapon level for FE3. Grativis, 14 on the Ness. Okay, so she can use the Grativis at base, is what you're saying. I mean, that's pretty good, right? Like, she'll be a good Grativis user in this playthrough. She'll be our Grativis user. Well, not at indoor maps, then it's Lawrence, but that's a whole other... I'm getting distracted. But yeah, I think Paola's pretty good. Katua, also pretty good. She starts at a lower level, and she has better growth, so she's sort of meant to be the growth-oriented one, but her bases are honestly fine. 5 attack is pretty bad for this point, but she can make up for it by using higher weapon level stuff, and like 12 speed is good, she doubles stuff. It's sort of the George principle of like doubling stuff and using high weapon levels to deal big damage. Not as bulky, 19 HP, 7 defense. But she's got good growths, 40% strength, 80% speed, 80% skill, 70% weapon level. 30% defense. Honestly, that's higher than, like, the Armor Knights in terms of defense growths. So, like, she's the growths-oriented one. I mean, Est really is the growths-oriented one, but out of these two, right? Archenea hands you 2 Pegasus Knights and says, here's the base one, here's the growth one. She's sort of the growth one. Makes sense as a middle child. She's sort of a hybridization of Est and Paula. I think she's still quite good. Obviously worse than Paula, but still good. And worse than Minerva, but again, still good. 100% Broken Heart. Oh, true, because of, like, the Est Kane bullshit. Or Abel, one of them. I don't remember. Christmas Cav romance moment. Or is it Marth? Is she into Marth? There's, like, weird... I don't know all the romances in Archenea. I'm here for the gameplay, not really the lore. I'm sorry, Archenea heads. But yeah, I like her. I like her quite a bit. Flyer, too. Like, Flyer is good, obviously. And the 3 White Wings can do a triangle attack, which is a guaranteed critical hit. Not a guaranteed hit, but a guaranteed critical hit. So, that's pretty good. And she's a part of that. Is Est Abel's girlfriend? I think so. One of the Christmas cabs. She's like Cordelia. So she is in love with Marth then. Catria's into Marth, but never says anything, damn. Est and Paula are into Abel, but he chooses Est. Damn. Abel is a growths over bases, Chad. Paula has a crush on Abel. Okay. Katuo, which translation is this? This is the old translation. By which I mean the epic translation, of course. Abel uses trainees in Fire Emblem. Confirmed! Where are the songs? So this is music that I've licensed. Can you not hear it? There should be music that I've licensed playing in the background. But I might have to fuck with the volume if I got it wrong. Sorry. If you mean what are, like, the song names, I don't know how to make them pop up on screen. It's very quiet. It's meant to be quiet enough that, like, because some of the songs have lyrics. I can turn up the volume a little. How's this? I had to fuck with it for, the State of Play stream, so I had to change the settings, and they might not be great. MV3 Audio was designed to torture genuine penis music? What is penis music? Do I want to know? I feel like I probably don't want to know now that I think about it. Kaga FE is as much of a nightmare as 3DS/Swish FE. I think the music from Fire Emblem is really good, generally speaking. I tend to like it, personally. But to each their own. Good job, Tom. What turn do the reinforcements show up? I need to check that. Turns 5 to 14, there will be 2 Pegasus Knights. Okay. Will this 0% series be focused on book 1, or are you gonna play book 2? I'm gonna play both books. I'm planning on playing both books. According to WD, it's 5 to 14. Yeah, I just checked the same resource, yeah.
Alright, so... Average FE3 moment, most of the time on the maps is spent mowing down trash. Yeah, and then you run into, like, random evil sniper moment. Reserve. Oh, that's fortify, isn't it? Oh, god damn it. Surprised and pleased at the lack of aura jokes. What would the aura jokes be? Like hype moments in aura or something else? Giving snipers really good combat, Kaga really did everything first. Enemy snipers are just very scary because they're very fast. Linde has aura, she's aura farming, she literally has aura. Yeah, I see it, I can see the jokes. I get it. I can get the jokes now. How is the only thing Astrum does aura farm instead of being good? Effie, Archenea pre-promote moment, basically. Regarding Linde, the 15% miss at the start was funny. She did not have aura then. That was not a hype moment or aura. Oh wait, is George gonna suffer from success here? We might. No, because this one's going for Thomas. She literally missed with aura. Should have used aura sphere, because that never misses. Does that guy have... Is Thomas in danger? Does that guy have, like, magic? Shit, Tom! No, he's got relive. Okay. Alright. If we miss this, we can use Kaga's turn wheel. Oh wait, I need to Kaga's turn wheel anyway because I can't fucking math. Alright, we've used one of our Kaga's turn wheels. Thomas really is just marginally better than a generic. And when he promotes, he goes from being marginally better than a generic to marginally better than George. Which, like, you know, is something. At least it's a role you might actually want someone to be in, but... God, training him up. It's only 2 levels, but it is an annoying 2 levels. You'd be surprised at the number of bishops that only have healing. It's most of them, is the funny thing. Like, so, because Kaga didn't want to give evil women, when women are evil, is not allowed. So, the healers have to all be promoted bishops. So, you are Aretia's Prince Marth. Then I have one request. This is a magic tome belonging to Archenea's Bishop Boa. Originally, it was in the possession of Jerumia's bosun, but now it is in my hands. Can you return it to Boa for me? Also, please take care of Princess Nina. I hope you can protect her personally. Well, I must leave. We will definitely meet again. This map has enemy girls, Pegasus. True! Pegasuses are allowed to be evil women, but healers are not. It's anti-healer bias. Anti-healer sexism. Although they already have... No, that's the other thing, is that they have male healers because of Riss. Well, I guess not in this game. Rip Vulnerary. All magical units promoted to bishops. Yep. It's literally the only option. I mean, this game doesn't have traditional promo options. Or I guess, not traditional, because they weren't in this game. But this game doesn't have promo options. Everyone just promotes into one particular class. That guy's trying to heal the thief. That's what's going on. Okay. Alright, Pumph. I believe in you. Good job, buddy boy. Being said, for a lot of classes, Hera's mainly a sword class for inside dismounting. I'm not sure I understand what you're saying, but I also think I agree. Does that make sense? Chat, what's your opinion on stabs being able to miss, like in Thracia? Do you think that's awesome and baller, or lame and cringe? Because, like, dismounting, I think most people agree is awesome and baller. Okay, so this map... Okay, so whoever said that it's map by map... No, it's just the prison itself is open air, but this map does have indoor-outdoor portions. That's kind of interesting. I think there should be an all-or-nothing low-rank staff. What do you mean all-or-nothing low-rank staff? What would that be? Like the Paper Mario badge? Boa going crazy mode. In Darkest Dungeon, Occultist Heal, it could be 0 or 20 HP. Yo, Darkest Dungeon reference. I love Darkest Dungeon. I wish I was better at it. I need to play DD2 as well, but I've been obsessed with a different roguelike lately. So it's one of those things where, like, I feel like I can only play one at a time. I forgot Darkest Dungeon got a sequel. It got a sequel, and the sequel's like, we own it. My wife got it, and it's apparently pretty good. She likes it better than the original, I think, but I might be misremembering that. It's also very different. The devs have said how they want it to fulfill a different role, which honestly I think is cool. Like, it means that Darkest Dungeon 1 is still relevant as a game, because that's something that can be kind of weird about, like, roguelike sequels. If they just, like, invalidate the first one, it can be a little bit, like, weird, I guess. I don't know why, but I don't really care about Darkest Dungeon 2. That's fair. You know, not everything's gonna be for everyone. Yo, good job, Medea. Fucking baller. Holy shit, Medea has locked in. Oh, it's because she has the Astrum support. It's case dependent. Particularly strong buffs could have a miss chance or balancing factor, but that will depend on the design around it and how that pans out. Yeah. She's gonna aura farm in front of her crush. It's 8 move? Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good job, Boots Marth. Honestly, like, all stat boosters Marth, not terrible. In a zero growth context, just like Mr. I eat all the stat boosters, he kind of keeps up because of that. Can you have a crush on someone who's officially your mate? Yeah, I think so. It's reciprocal. Pegasus arrived! Nice dodge, Pala. Playing this on 0% is how you unlock the secret Mathis Draco Knight promotion. So fucking true. So fucking true. Here, we'll do sister staffing. Pegasus arrived! Is there a grounded Dragon Rider unit in Archenea? No, there's not. But please don't use ableist terms, even when referring to yourself. It's not... Using a genuine disability as, like, just to mean I'm imagining things is not cool. Thomas really fucking wants to promote. I don't think we're gonna let him. Good job, Thomas. He did something right for once in his life. How's the Thomas grinding going? Well, we're not grinding him. That's why he's only level 8 still. We're almost certainly selling that Orion's Bolt. We gave the manual to George, so, like... You know who we're grinding, though, is Paula. Like, I'm feeding Paula kills. What does the manual even do for George? It lets him use Parthia. Same thing it does for Thomas. Parthia Georgian 2026.
I mean, I made an entire YouTube video about why Tomas propaganda is just that. It's just propaganda. What do you mean by grounded dragon rider? I'm assuming they mean like a non-flying dragon rider, right? Like a worm rider? Fire dragon, earth dragon. Oh, well, I mean, they're not riders, but they transform. There's like, we do fight dragons who are not flying. But they don't like ride dragons, right? It's not like a mount. So maybe that's what you're thinking of? Water dragons and air dragons were killed by the fire dragons, and then the Fire Nation attacked. Everyone knows Parthio Zagaro is the real strategy. So fucking true. Look at this guy! Maybe we shouldn't clown on him. The strongest man in Archenea. He's actually gaming. Salamander-esque mounted units in Fortune's Weave. We know we're getting ostrich riders, so, you know, could be. The shield block animation is cool. It is, right? It is! To be fair, one of the reasons crossbows phased out bows is it's harder to replace a skilled archer compared to someone who uses a lever that pulls the trigger. Yeah. Basically anyone can use a crossbow, right? I mean, not anyone. You do still have to aim. If this train of thought goes much further, I'll have to unsubscribe. Look, I'm giving Thomas a kill. Is that enough for you? Is that enough for you gamers? We gave Thomas a kill. George who? George of the Jungle. Less training, yeah, so maybe an archer with a manual could be lore justified. I don't care if Thomas stays on the team, to be frank. You'd be the only one, then. Everyone loves Thomas the Tank Engine. Choo-choo! Well, Palace training arc's finished. What do you think Kaga meant by giving Thomas thighs like that in the official art? Thighs like what? Using crossbow and bow units are two different skill sets. Just look at Christina from Berwick Saga. Is that the girl who heals horses, or am I mixing her up with someone different? She's the one who heals your horses, right? Whatever horse she's currently riding, that's who gets healed. Honestly, I think that's such a cool unit design. Like, genuinely really cool. She has aim, which is plus 33 if she stays still and she can canto afterwards. Yeah, I remember that. That being one of, like, the few accuracy boosting skills, but it's kind of obnoxious to make use of. Because you, like you say, you need to stand still beforehand, so you need to have an enemy, like, in aim position, which is not always viable, like, since she's a 2-ranger, right? And then Engage did something similar with the... Is it Bow Knight or Sniper that gets, like, a 40 crit bonus if they stand still? But, like, no canto, so it's worse. So, like, what's the fucking point, right? I love on this game you get a bunch of dragon stones, but locked behind a secret shop that you need warp or rewarp for. Yeah, in book 2, it's part of what makes Tiki awesome. Horse curate is one of the jobs AI won't replace. So true. So true. Chat, do we sacrifice Ricardo here just to not have to fucking deal with this archer? This sniper is, like, so obnoxious. I guess we could probably have George fight him, right? Once we're done with Pegasus Knight reinforcements. Pegasus arrived! I think that's the last turn of Pegasus's. Pegasus arrived! There's more of them. Does anyone have thoughts about how mount management could pan out in Fire Emblem? By mount management, do you mean like the Berwick Saga horse HP thing, or something different? We do not consent to the arrival of Pegasuses. This is like the Archer map. There's not that many scary flyers. I mean, these flyers aren't scary, but there's not that many scary flyer maps after this. There's like 2 in the next chapter, and then like
And then we got some indoor maps, indoor maps, indoor maps. Yeah, there's just not that many Pegasuses. This is like the this and then we get the McAllis map. So, like, I hope you've enjoyed the George and Thomas show. It will not be returning. Oh, you know what? Actually, let's have Thomas kill this guy so he gets the promotion EXP. Thank God. Damn, has chat turned? Has chat turned on Thomas? Are we anti-Thomas pilled now? I've seen a surprising number of anti-Thomas comments. Can't the McAllis map be skipped even easier because he's an idiot that charges forward? Yeah, but then you miss Starlight. I just joined Why is Martha Lesbian? Why not? It's Pride Month. George 2 has 9 strength to 7 strength George 1. The speed though, the speed. The speed, and also not having to deal with the annoying training arc. There we go, training arc done. Martha's always been a lesbian. Yo, so fucking true though. I think I prefer the one you get for free to the one you have to pay for or work for. It's the problem with millennials these days. Want everything for fucking free. I'm the problem with millennials. Marth the lesbian king. He's king of the lesbians. Alright, buddy boy. Jesus Christ. 22 attack this sniper has. Holy shit. Enemy snipers are so fucking scary! I wonder how Fire Emblem fans would feel about Sherlock and Berwick. Sherlock's a fucking clown. That's how I feel as a Fire Emblem fan. Sherlock's a fucking clown. If Martha's not by, why does he want to stuff his sword in Jill so bad? Checkmate, liberals. Ricardo, take one for the team. Nah, we're deathless so far. We'll keep it up. Jesus Christ, 26 attack. Iridia's fallen soldiers. I should have killed you all when I had the chance. Let's use one of our Kaga's turn wheels if we fail the crit. We should kill this guy, right? Oh, wait! Oh, she was just... Okay, well, we used Kaga's turn wheel number 2. Because she was at 18 and she took 19 damage. Damn, that's unfortunate. Jill kinda ridiculous. Like, we're just gonna have to Linde him. Shoutouts to Medea for transitioning when she mounts and dismounts. What does that mean? What did Kaga mean by this? Medea mid. Truth. Would you still love me if I missed a 90%? No. I'm sorry. Peak FE3 gameplay. She uses the male paladin sprite. Oh, is that a glitch? Or is she just bi gender? I might be thinking of a different character. Maybe. Imagine if getting on and off the horse was all it took. That'd be crazy. That would be crazy. Also, I feel like the music is too loud. I feel like the music, because it's got lyrics. I'm gonna turn it down a little. Like, the music is supposed to be the background noise, not the main appeal.
right? Gotcha. No, Wendell! This too is Usamame. Is that's the horse girl thing, right? Oh, dickhead! You better come here and fucking fight George. Where is, where's the Orion's bolt? We got an Orion's bolt last map, right? Huh. The kingdom of Gra is done for. My daughter, Shima, you must for me. Why are you not attacking? Sequel baiting? Grofell. Yeah, that sounds about right given what just happened. I don't know why George has green hair. Because all the sprites are the same. For an amazing reason. He has green hair for an amazing reason. Alright, we gotta find this Orion's Bolt for Thomas.
Prince Marth, we searched the whole castle, but the divine falchion sword is nowhere to be found. It seems the rumors are true. It has already been taken away by Garneth.
Really? But without the falchion, we cannot defeat Mediath. I'm sorry, everyone, but even though Aritia is close now, we must go to Kadeen. Green hair and pronouns. Kadeen, the land of magic. It is ruled by the Demon King Garneth, and it is a sanctuary for mages. As soon as the mages begin chanting, no warrior can defend themselves. One and another one. Brave warriors come and fall one by one. Kadeen, a cursed town of darkness. It's on Ogma. Okay. Okay, chat, say the line. Is that line here too? You can't beat Garneth! How many turns is Garneth here for? Let's pull up WD. Okay, so it looks like... he leaves on turn 4, and there's mages that show up for 10 turns as reinforcements. Okay. Okay.
Oh, this one actually has a weapon. I'm gonna have to watch out. It seems those fools have come running here after all. They understand nothing. As long as I have my Moth spell, I am invincible. White Sage! Even you will be unable to stop me. As long as the dragon goddess remains at the ancient Raman temple, no star's light can illuminate my darkness. Alright, chat. It's time. It's time, gamers. Thomas time! Hey, have you heard of cancerization? No, what's do you mean do you mean like the crab thing? Carcinization, where everyone becomes a crab? It's a phenomena where every species drifts towards crab-like qualities. Yeah, so that's called, it's not cancerization, it's something else. Hold on. Crab thing. Well, I got Dark Souls.
Here we go.
Let's go.
Thomas Quack, thank you for the $10 donation for the Thomas promotion. Choo-choo! We're on the tank engine train. Yeah, no, I have heard of carcinization. Fuck, what is it? Oh my god, I'm getting it wrong now. Thomas the Crab Engine crab thing. Look, I didn't know what to search. Carcinization is when Rotobon. Yo, Rotobon reference. Astria got crit. Astria does a crit. I read an article about cheetah developing crab DNA. Scientists say the cheetah crab hybrid could go sideways fast. That's crazy. That's crazy. It's what happens to dragon riders in Fire Emblem. They become crab. Carcinization. Something like that. Fuck. I'm fucking it up. I'm fucking it up, chat. You okay? Yeah, I'm just fucking it up, you know? I'm just fucking it up. Cheetah crab thing was just a meme. Oh. But carcinization is a real thing. It's not called cancerization. I know that much. I'm pronouncing it wrong, but you're spelling it wrong. Yeah, so cancerization is the process of something developing cancer. It's not what you're thinking of. Cancerization is the biological or medical process of tissue, cell, or lesion transforming into a cancerous state. Field cancerization? That's the definition I was just reading. You're confusing two different medical phenomena names, is I think what's going on. 1, 2. Okay, Thomas, go here. I don't know why I thought it was cancerization. It's probably astrology. Are you an astrology person? Because crabs are cancer in astrology. My bad. No, you're fine. Carcinization. Yeah, that I just can't pronounce it. Who are you gonna give cancer in book 2? No one. The growth boosters don't matter in a zero growths playthrough. Yo, Thomas Gaming, he dodged! Thomas's second attack! Thomas is online now. The stones boost growths in book 2? Yes. It's FE12 where they, boost stats. Do you like 0 to 1 range for jabs and hand axe and 2 range for thunder, magic, and bows in Berwick Saga? I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know. Honestly, I'm just sick of Berwick Saga discourse at this point. You have no idea how exhausting it is to be inundated with comments about Berwick Saga stuff. Because I made a video about how I don't like the game. Like, I just don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. It's cool that Kaga did something different. That's cool. And it's cool that people like it. It is, genuinely. I didn't like it. Like, I don't know. What are my opinions on various aspects of this game that I didn't care for? What do you think? I don't have strong opinions about aspects of the game that I didn't like. I don't have strong opinions about the meta of a game that I did not enjoy enough to get, like, involved in. So I just kind of don't care about javelins versus hand axes versus thunder versus, you know, like, it's cool. Or it's not. Whatever answer you want is the answer I'm giving. How about that? Just insert your opinion here. That's how I feel about it. That's my thoughts on it. You can't beat Garnef, more like you can't beat Berwick Saga. It always comes up. Like, why does it always come up? I made a video saying I don't like it. To try and have, like, you know, like the FE7 thing, right? Where it's like, this is why. It's out there now. I don't like it. So I can stop getting inundated with questions. And all that did is made me get more questions about this game I don't like that I've only played, like, a third of. Like, I didn't like it enough to finish it. So I don't have strong opinions about it. I just didn't like it. I get it. It's just tiring is all it is. It's just tiring.
Is Minerva dead here? She might be. 17 attack. That's 5 damage. She's got 6 HP. She lives at 1. Oh, she dodged anyway. Okay. So Garnef should leave soon. Oh, that thief, right. It's turn 4. Does Garnef leave at the start or end of turn 4? Dragonite fell. Dragonite has dropped to UU. I hope he leaves at the start of the turn. Otherwise, Tomas might be in trouble. What's in the chest? There's a stat booster, so we definitely need to get it. Secret book, and this might be like a Speedwing or gold or something. This map, I might be misremembering. I thought there was a bishop rings on some version of this map. I don't remember what the other chest is. It might be, I don't think it's a bishop ring. It's not an FE1, because in FE1 it takes a long time to promote your bishops. Evil and intimidating Garnef. Yeah, I just need to know if he... I mean, I guess my success and failure depends on whether or not he, My success versus failure is basically just gonna depend on whether or not he, moves before leaving, or if he leaves at the start of the turn. Because he leaves turn 4. He leaves this turn. Marth, I'm afraid I don't have time to continue playing games with you. If you want to recover the falchion, come to Thebes. There we go. Okay. So more mages show up. I think they addressed it in book 1. I mean, if this is a bishop ring, that's cool, but I don't think any of our mages are promoting, so we might just sell it. Linde's level 1. Merrick's hit the bench. Our clerics, they're fine as just pure staffers.
Alright, so Thomas is fine. Thomas and George can snipe these pegs down. What if the clerics get a lucky magic level? What if? What if they got lucky magic levels? That would be crazy. It would be very lucky. Five resistance, so he should be pretty good. Oh, we attacked the wrong one. No, they put an extra S in Thomas. Now he's Tom Ass. Confirmed no bishop ring. It's a talisman. I still think we want the talisman, right? Thomas, FE3 Book 1 translation, how could you do this to me? It's good, the res will help. Oh yeah, no, we want it. We do for sure want it. More mages. 200% res growth sniper win. That is a mage killer. Most units can walk on water in FE3 because Dara's disappeared to become Sail. God, Banutu's so fucking good. Like, look at this unit. So fucking good. Destroyer of everything. Bantu Redemption arc. It's so true, though. Bantu was always good in FE3. Yeah, I mean, in FE1 and FE3, he's good. Like, for sure, for sure. I just underestimated him because he's a Hagendire archetype. A what archetype? A what archetype? He's a Hagendire archetype, a unit that I underestimated. How is Tiki? Also good. Just, you know, availability moment, but she's good at killing dragons. That's not even far off from other archetype criteria. Yeah, you know, the board court barst moment. One of these days I have to do a tier list of archetypes for how real they are. I love the wing sound. It's satisfying. Has Lunatic Growth's 0% Lunatic Reverse 0% growth's been done? Yeah, it has. I actually linked, someone did an LTC of it. The archetype. The Thomas archetype. I wish there was a Fire Emblem game with 40 units and all of them have niches that don't step on each other's feet. Be the change you wish to see in the world. If you think such a thing is possible, then make it yourself. That would be my advice. I mean, Conquest comes close. It's just not 40 units, because that's an absurd number to have all of them feel unique. But Conquest does have, like, all the units feel like they filled niches. Even if some of those niches aren't the most desirable thing out there, you know, like Benny being guy who has no strength but has good physical defense but not as good as Xander, right? Or like Nyx, the low accuracy, high might, high speed mage, right? Like, everyone's got their thing. I hate stat stacking. I mean, I would say even within the stat staffing, like Conquest casts just... everyone does different stuff. Arthur is the unequipped gamble archetype. I mean, Arthur is your early fighter, and he has a good skill growth. He can become a genuinely reliable unit. Like, his accuracy problems are not... his accuracy problems are exaggerated. Say that. God, what a fucking empty map. His skill growth is good. Yes. Yes. FE3 sure does have some of the maps of all time. It's always time to spread Wyvern Elise propaganda. Yeah, the low skill, high magic flyer, like that's a niche. Also, just like a Lily's Poise support unit is a different type of niche. What do you mean by stat stacking? Stat stacking is, in Conquest and Fates in general, you have a lot of tools to increase people's stats. Meals, tonics, rallies, pair up. So stat stacking is the practice of doing that. I personally find it quite fun. No, Benutu! How could you? Wyvern Elise is Gonzalez if he grew wings. Yo, true though! We get all the treasure. Chat, do you think Nyx would be as good as Elise if she had easy access to Wyvern? Like, if instead of Outlaw, Nyx could go Wyvern? Because it's the same problem, right? The low skill moment. I know that ever since Coding Ant series, there's been like a resurgence in Nyx is actually good takes. I think Nyx is pretty bad, from a Conquest perspective, is my take. But I think also every unit in Conquest, even like fucking Flora, is usable. I don't see how going Wyvern would help her. I mean, it would make her into Elise, right? Like, it's just the Elise thing. Because they have the same problem. Like, if you don't like Nyx's accuracy, why is Elise's accuracy, which is arguably harder to fix, considered acceptable, right? So that's why I'm saying that, like, if she could go Wyvern, wouldn't she just be wouldn't it just be the same unit? Nyx is just Mozu, but Magic Shining Bow Cope. The thing is that, so having run, like, the numbers about it, right? Nyx's insane Shining Bow damage. Oh, we wanna... I don't have a steel... Fuck. We want to give Harden the Steel Lance, right? Is actually just, like, it's not... It's very replicable with just, like, physical bow users, right? Put, like, Effie, Mozu, Niles... I mean, Niles can also be a magical bow user, depending... But... Usually he's physical, I feel like. Like, being able to use the Shining Bow in and of itself isn't... Isn't, like... It doesn't do anything unless the Shining Bow does something for you that the physical bows can't. But if you're still hitting the one-shot thresholds, or the one-round thresholds, then, like, what is the Shining Bow doing for you that physical bows can't, right? Other than requiring you to either go to Nina's Paralog or pay a decent chunk of gold for a magical weapon. Meanwhile, like, forges can be used by whoever. That's kind of why I'm sour on not just Shining Bow, but all magical weapon builds in Fates. Is, like, they're cool until you realize that, like, they can be replicated by physical units. Just use tomes if you're a magical unit. Tomes are, like, the best weapon type.
The shining bow probably works in the dark as a lamp. Wait, so true. I can see wanting to do a magical weapon built with a novelty. They are a cool novelty, and especially if you're doing like Basara or Outlaw or like other classes that generally are not great unless you're using a magical bow. Or magical weapon in general, right? Like, they can be kind of cool to see the animations. Like Basara animations, Outlaw animations, that sort of stuff. I just, especially as I'm doing the review, the more magical units I review, the more I'm like, you could do a magical... And, like, obviously Rev is a different context than Conquest. Because in terms of, like, Flame Shuriken Felicia, you get a Flame Shuriken for free. Who the fuck else is gonna use it, right? But in terms of, like, Shining Bow, unless you're routing for Nina, you have to pay for one. That's also why in Rev, the Levin Sword builds, I tend to be more, like, positive on. But even then, it's like, just use tomes. Like, all routes have access to Calamity Gate and fucking, because Ophelia's parallel in Conquest, right? Which I guess is the same thing as, like, you have to route for Ophelia's parallel to get these tomes. So it's the same thing as the Shining Bow in that extent. But like Calamity Gate and Horse Spirit are just so good that it is hard to justify going into a fucking magical weapon class. Unless you are dipping into a class to get like skills. Like if you're trying to do Life and Death Sorcerer and you need to go like Master of Arms or whatever. Life and Death Sorcerer is overrated! Or like, I guess, bringing it back to the Nyx conversation, she wants to go through Outlaw for Lucky 7. Although I'm not as big a fan of Lucky 7, as like Coding Ant is. I want my skills to work all map log. That's where I'm at. Bolt Axe is neat, because it hits like a truck if you have the accuracy to use it. Yes, and yet people propagandize it as Elise's personal weapon, but like, accuracy moment. Malignite can use Bolt Axe, but Malignite can also use tomes. Like, here's the thing, Malignite can use Horse Spirit, Malignite can use Lightning, Malignite can use Calamity Gate! Seven turns is a lot to get good mileage out of. It depends. It depends on the map. It depends on the map, for sure. In Rev, specifically, Lucky 7 is kind of shit because of how long maps last. But in Conquest, depending on both your playstyle and what map you're on, 7 turns can be like a good chunk of, or the entire map. Bolt Axe with a freeze effect when... Yo, Lord of the Seas reference. Fucking Bolganone. George, you're gonna have to Parthia this man. Every FE magic weapon yearns to become an engaged Levin sword. Engaged Levin sword is pretty baller. Engaged Levin sword runs into the same issue, just use Bolganone, which is stronger, you can hit thresholds just fine. The thing is, the good thing about Engaged Levin Sword, though, is you can get it earlier, right? If you do Forging, you can get a Engage Levin Sword pretty early compared to Bolganone. And it's phenomenal for the mid-game, right? Like, that's its big thing. That and Griffin Knight likes to use it. Like, aside from Ivy and Hortensia, there's no Flying Tome user. I like doing the early Levin Sword Forge. Me too. When I'm playing Engage, which is not often these days. What if I have bad life choices and want to play Lunatic and fill the entire support log in every pairing possible? For Engage? Or Fates? Because Engage doesn't have pairings unless I'm missing something. Yo, Marth can sell straight from the supply. That's pretty baller. We can currently afford 4 stat boosters, which I think is enough. Well, with the silver card, we can afford 8, which is definitely enough. George, delete this, man. Was that hardened silver sword? No, that was a silver axe. I meant every pairing in Fates. Yeah, at one point I wanted to fill the GBA support logs, but I sort of decided against that. So I get where the brain rot comes from. Levin Sword is affected by sword power and there's no tome power. I think the power skills are not overrated, but overstated. I think that very rarely do you get, like, power 5. So many people will be like, actually, the way you fix XYZ unit is just give them lance power 5, sword power 5, whatever. And it's like, power 5 is so expensive. I can definitely see the lower level of the powers being relevant to, like, your main combat units, but it's undeniably huge favoritism. Tamara, Lance Power 3 Javelin archetype. The well kind of does that. The well doesn't let you get power on every... The well does not let you get power 5 on every single unit in your army. Like, I'm sorry, it just doesn't. Even with rigging. Which, like, if we're accounting for rigging, why are we doing that? Prince Marth. I am Archsage Gato. I am currently using my magic to communicate with you. It is saddening to see you be mocked by Garneth. Listen to me well. Garneth and Miroa were both my pupils, but Garneth stole Moth from me and disappeared. He indeed has the falchion as well. With Moth and the falchion, the Daruni Empire has nothing to fear. This world will be eventually theirs. So long as Garneth has Moth, you won't be able to defeat him. However, there is one method. Find the star and light orbs and bring them to me. With them both, and then the only magic tome that can penetrate Moth, Starlight Explosion, can be. Yo, it's called Starlight Explosion in this translation? This is the good translation. This is the good translation. Tamara can't even get Lance Power 3 when she joins because that's after... Oh, wait, right! That's so funny. That's so funny. Damn. Fucking fraudulent. Garneth the Rage Baiter.
After being tragically defeated by Garnev's dark magic, Moth, Prince Marth finally marches his army south
In order to fulfill his hope of reclaiming his homeland of Aritia.
The Kingdom of Aridia is a beautiful country, surrounded by rich water and greenery. But after being occupied by Darua, the country has fallen into ruin, and its citizens live in eternal suffering. Right now, they can finally welcome the days of freedom. Find the star, Pro just said look up at night. Oh, we're gonna get Zane this map too. Time for the unit who escapes the Archenea pre-promote allegations. Is it Samson you're talking about? Samson has just like Astrum stats basically, it looks like. But like slightly better. Oh wait, I'm looking, never mind, I'm looking at the Astrum. I'm looking at Astrum on the bot. I thought I was looking at Samson. 17 speed. That's pretty good. Commando!
I don't know if I want to do this map tonight. This might be a 2-map stream. Let me think for a second.
Commando can't do smoke grenades or pistols. 0 out of 10 game.
Yeah, we can do this.
Marth, so this is your homeland, Aritia. Yes, it's already been 2 years since it was occupied by the Darui Empire. That day, I managed to escape to Talis thanks to my sister Ellis's help. But she was captured by the Daruni Empire in my place. Right now, where on earth could she be?
I must rescue her from their hands. Okay, everybody, move out! For the freedom and peace of our homeland. Aridia! Oh, you know what, actually?
We'll do Merit Gaming. Mage Archer. Yeah, I mean, he basically is, though. Smiley face. It's what Ronin wanted to be. Yo, Ronin Gaming. Oh, do we need... Does anyone drop a door key? We might need to deploy a thief. Yeah, we could deploy a thief. I want a 200 strength growth thief. Be the change you wish to see in the world. Make it yourself. Fogado is bad because you can hyper invest into Radiant Bow Anna. The Radiant Bow Gaming. Anna Gaming and Radiant Bow Gaming. I think Fogado's good. I should say that. I do think Fogado is good. Trying to make a ROM hack myself, but I have 2 jobs and only 1 hand. That sounds very rough. I'm sorry to hear that. That sounds very unfortunate. I can understand why that might get in the way of making your own ROM hack. Like, genuinely. I don't really know how to respond to that. Sorry. Best I could do is Blossom Soth, yo. Soth Gaming. Uh-oh. Okay. So Parthia, this guy.
Marin is the best unit from that arc. Kagetsu, though. Like, I would agree if it weren't for Kagetsu. Well, and also Pandreo. Pandreo's better. I guess Kagetsu's technically from the end of the previous arc. Because then Ivy would be the other one. Is Parthia truly necessary? It was about sending a message. But no, it wasn't. We could have silverbowed him. You know what? Let's Kaga's Turnwheel that. Time for one of my top 5 favorite Archenea units. Excalibur Gaming. What do you have to say about Lex Talionis? Would be nice to make a quick FE type paratypes without having to do something in Godot from scratch. Lex Talionis is cool. I don't like its default controls, but I think it's cool. Alright, so chat, for the sake of unit reviews... this is not a Kaga's Turnwheel moment, but I want to be able to unit review both Aaron and Samson. I am Alan. Sorry, Alan and Samson. I used to work as the captain of the knights in the group. However, for certain reasons, I now reside here. I'll be very happy to be able to serve you, but this village and its neighboring village haven't got on for a long time. Once they know that your highness has visited this village, they will close their village gate, and you should give up thinking of trying to recruit Samson. So, unit review for Alan. Tim Allen. Alan's speech bubble. I want to see Alan's business card. So he's a paladin? With shit stats? 10 defense is desirable, is what I would say if Samson didn't join with 9. The Aaron versus Samson decision is so lopsided in this game. Paladin is, like, not a particularly desirable class, especially at this point in the campaign where, like, we're about to get met with a bunch of indoor maps. 2 in a row right after this, and then we have the end game is, like, indoors as well. So, like, Paladin's not a super desirable class. His stats are very disappointing. And he comes at the cost of a better unit, Samson, right? So, like, not great. His growths are, like, whatever. 50% strength growth is cool. 8 base strength is depressing. But he can use Silver Lance, I guess. You know, it's not like Harden can do that. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Yeah, I don't really know what to say about this guy. He's bad. He is not very good. But if we use Kaga's Turnwheel, we can make the correct decision. I just have to hold it down for a little bit. If we use Kaga's Turnwheel and rewind time... Stop, it's rewind time. We can make the correct decision. And we can recruit Samson. I am Samson. I used to be a famous gladiator. However, for certain reasons, I now reside here. I will be very happy to be able to serve you. But this village and its neighboring village haven't got on well for a long time. Once they know that your highness has visited this village, they will close their village gates. You should give up on trying to recruit Alan.
So now we have the actual correct choice. Samson. He can also use silvers.
And he's just got better stats. 17 speed is fucking incredible. 10 strength, whatever. He's got a 30% strength growth, so it's also probably not going up very much. But 24 HP, 9 defense, like he's relatively bulky. 10 weapon level, he can use silvers to make up for his strength.
Better strength than Alan, by the way. Common Alan L. And just that 17 speed and not having to deal with the dismounting penalties is very good. Like, at the very least, I think he makes a good filler unit. And I think he's genuinely a good unit for indoor maps, which there's quite a few of. They should dress Jagan up as Marth and send him to the opposite village at the same time. Why didn't Marth think of that? But yeah, this is the correct choice. Most Aaron versus Samsons are more balanced than this, but like, Samson's just better than Alan. Think of this as the baseline of what a promoted Myrmidon should be, I always felt. Yeah, it is kind of weird that, like, all the other pre-promotes suck ass, and he's, like, the good one. I mean, George is also one of the good ones. Hashtag one of the good ones. You're not like the other pre-promotes.
I guess the one thing we can say for Alan is he has a better inventory. Alright, so they start coming this way.
We still gotta deal with that one wyvern.
Oh, Valentine. My cat is, rubbing her ass in my face. Baby girl, you need to not do that, it's stinky.
Oh my god, this javelin guy does not want to leave Marth alone. Lend me 1-2 range, Kaga. This base Marth who we're up against. It's not quite base Marth. We gave him boosters. FE3 Jav is the best balanced thing ever. Low hit, high weight, can't double. You'll love to see it. Oh my Lanta, buddy boy. Excalibur you. That wyvern is down bad for Marth. Alright, and now we're gonna go through this way. So we can get Zane. They start schmoving. This is what a real man looks like. Signed, Sylvain. Oh Lord, are they coming? Okay, Fire Breath the hero. Oh my god. Oh shit! The crits. The crits! Never send Benutu to do a Doga's job. Getting crit by the Levin sword. Here they come. Alright, Benutu. Go up here. They healed him! They healed him. Oh my god, I didn't see them heal him. Alright, we'll use our first Kaga's turn wheel here. That fucking guy healed him. Okay. New plan. Do you have self-imposed charges? 3. We have a limit of 3 Kaga's turn wheel charges. They mostly exist because I just don't want to replay long portions of the map due to like hero crits or other annoyances, right? Or if there's like a mistake that I make because I'm careless. Look, it's FE3, right? Like, it shouldn't be that hard. But there are some tricky enemies, and this hero is one of them. Oh my lordy lordy. Understandable. I mean, look, we all have limited time on this earth. If you want to play, like, replay the same map over and over, .exe, that's your prerogative, but that's not... Yeah, that's not what I'm into. You know? I think everyone should make their own judgments about that. But at the end of the day, this is a single-player game. And I'm doing a Burger King have it your way moment. Oh my god, this fucking guy is so obnoxious. Heal up Benutu. Alright, you are steel iron. Okay. Some harden up here. Send you down here. Okay. Alright, hopefully Benutu hits this 72, kills the hero, makes it not a problem. There we go. Okay. Good job, Benutu. Stab. Stab.
Good job, Harden. Stab. Stab. Good job, Harden. Alright, Benutu, go up here. Open the door. Rapier you. Chapters in the double digits are still fighting almost base level enemies. Oh my god, they're level 3, yeah. Actual ridiculousness. All right. Minerva, kill the healer. And we gotta go recruit Shaney. Oh shit! Yeah, we should turn wheel for that. Alright, we've used 2 of our 3 charges. Alright. Holy shit, that's a silver. Black Knight. Do we have the Night Killer? The thing is, right, like, I get the safety goggles on because unpromoted enemies are such clowns, and then the promoted enemies show up and they're like, I'm gonna wreck your whole career now. Alright, Benutu, don't untransform. God damn it, okay. We can aura bomb the paladin to start out. Silverbow with Thomas. How much Benutu ammo left? He's got 13 charges. So we're pretty good on ammo. But the problem is that his transformation takes his action. So he can't help out with this guy. Good job, George. People who said that Chapter 19 Firestone is very late, never played FA3. I mean, it is, though. The Chapter 19 Firestone is, just from an objective standpoint, very late. It's the second to last map in the campaign. So I don't know what you mean by that. Is she in horseman range? No. Okay. Silver Sword Hero. Okay. Bantu won't ever run out of Firestones though, because there's 18 charges. Yeah, no, like he's got plenty. He's got enough. As long as you're mindful of it. But like the Chapter 19 Firestone, it basically just exists to make sure you have some for the final map, right? Tika can use the Firestone, but why? Question, is Divine Stone infinite durability or not? I've never used Tiki. Because, like, I guess it could be to save durability if the Divine Stone's not infinite durability, maybe? Ruya arrived. Ah, right, these guys. Divine Stone also has 18 uses. Oh, well then she's fine, right? Oh, Arrhenia's prince! Thanks to you, I was able to escape. I'm Cheney. I came here from a faraway country. I have the ability to transform into any person. After discovering my ability, the Daruni Empire tried to force me to join them, but I didn't want to do their evil deeds. Since you helped me, I will help you. I will come and help you. Please watch over me. So Zane unit review. Zane is a commando. Which basically means he's a transformer. He transforms into a copy of whatever unit you want. This is sort of the proto-dancer. Sort of getting an extra copy of your strongest unit, is good. Obviously, it's weaker than being a dancer. Dick Cheney, he is a bit of a dick. But
But yeah, it's weaker than being a dancer. He also doesn't copy HP, so he needs to be healed up after transforming. But it's still very good. Having a second copy of your super strong guy, and situationally, there's things it can do that dancers can't. Like if you want 2 copies of Paula in like different locations or whatever, that's something that Cheney can do. It's pretty good. He's pretty good. I like him. I like him quite a bit. His sword combat is funny. He can technically do sword combat too, that is true. Transfem. Yo, Transfem. Just like me, for real, for real. Transfem hero. Does Zane have weapon level growth in base game for 11 Sword Zane? I believe so. He has regular growths, just they never come up. Here come the reinforcements! They keep on coming and coming and coming and coming and coming and coming and coming. God, Samson's so fucking baller. 17 speed moment. Took the hero proof. Proof that Samson's a hero. Zane, Marth, shippers are like the coolest people. He does have that FE12 teasing Marth dialogue, right? Marth, I love you.
Alan would never. Alan would never. So yeah, this is another building they're just allowed to be mounted inside of. Interesting. We could have Kron transforming to other units, but instead Marth married Sita. And we'll never forgive him for that. Do you think Zane can get Mpreg by transforming into a girl? I feel like he probably can. The transformation's just 5 turns. Yeah, so then when it wears off, he's still pregnant. For what it's worth, if Zane transforms into the Sita, Minerva, Medea, Paula, Kachi, or Est, he gets the ability to use the Lady Sword. Not, Cecil, though? Not Cecile? That's so sad for Zane Cecile shippers. No Mpreg there. I forgot about the book 2 units. I mean, the Lady Sword's only in book 2. So... egg on your face. Oh my god, Harden, calm down. Except for don't. Oh, chat. By the way, at your suggestion, I did see the Backrooms movie yesterday. It was alright. I mean, it was more than alright. It was pretty good. It was better than I expected it to be. I'll give you that. I mean, obviously... So here's the thing, right? Very creepy vibes. I didn't really care about the monster. It wasn't, like, that great of a monster. And there wasn't any sort of message. It seemed to be... like, going for, like, we're all walking in circles. There's some sort of deeper theme or whatever, but it kind of didn't, at least in my opinion, didn't really come together. But it was still good. It was still very creepy, like atmospheric. Very good example of like a slower, more atmospheric horror and how effective that can be. I got sent to my back room when I played TMGC. I couldn't get into the YouTube series. Yeah, it started out as like a creepypasta, right? There's 18 defense barbarians in book 2 in a 20 cap game. Yeah, no, that's like basically the outdoor endgame map. But yeah, backrooms. The thing is, right, like, I was always going to, having recently seen Obsession, which is like a phenomenal horror movie, and that is actually commentating on stuff too, like gender stuff, right? And like romance stuff, like het romance stuff. It was unfortunately always going to be kind of compared to that. And that's a comparison that it just can't win. And it's a little unfair, just timing-wise. Unfortunate, I guess, the timing that it came out. It's also a YouTuber movie, right? Like, wasn't it directed by a YouTuber, or am I wrong about that? Have you seen Iron Lung? Yeah, that movie's trash. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Markiplier fans, but Iron Lung was not good. Iron Lung is getting elevated by the fact that people love Markiplier because he's, you know, Wholesome Chunger streamer guy. Kane Pixels? Is that the YouTuber? I bought Iron Lung and wish I rented it. I saw it in a theater and it gave me a migraine. The editing style? Like, look, I'll say this, right? Like, Markiplier obviously very enthusiastic about it. And so, like, I don't want to be mean, but it struck me very much as a project that, like, people weren't willing to say no to Markiplier or say, like, that's a bad idea to Markiplier. I mean, maybe a lot of people thought they were good ideas. There is potentially, like, a short film, I feel like, in the premise. But Iron Lung, it got really into, like, lore that it doesn't have answers to, and sort of drip-feeding, like, what is the answer to this lore thing? Ooh. In a way that was unsatisfying. Nothing happens, too. Like, I know the fans of Iron Lung say that it's like a slow burn, and I reject that premise, because I feel like for a slow burn, something has to be burning, right? Like, there does have to actually be a burn. I like the bit with the camera. I do think using the camera as a lighting, like using the camera, or the X-ray camera as like his source of light when he was going down underneath there, that was the best part of the movie. But there were so many jump cuts in a disorienting manner that I didn't care for. I mean, I said it gave me a migraine, so, like, I'm gonna be biased against it for that reason, but I think that's a valid reason to dislike a movie. If the editing style gave me a migraine,
I think it's a valid reason to be like, I don't like this film. It's not for me. I think it's a bad movie. Uh-oh. Whoa! Whoa! Markiplier heard me! Markiplier heard me and he killed Marth! Lord Marth, how could you die? We'll use our third and final charge of Kaga's turn wheel there. I do think having Marth do this kill is good, but we can just, like, reblow him, or maybe we do this. Colorblind people literally couldn't see anything when watching Iron Lung. That's also a valid reason to dislike the movie, in my opinion. And, like, it's sort of a compromise that, like, that style, I don't really know what they could have done to make that movie colorblind friendly, you know? With the sort of style they were going for. I think this is probably the biggest problem, was I do not think Markiplier is a talented enough actor to do a one-man, one-location show, to carry it all on his own. I could see that premise working with a more experienced and / or talented actor. But I don't think Markiplier, especially, it's his first time acting, right? So it shouldn't be surprising. But I just don't think he has the experience / talent to carry a one-person show. One person, one location, too, right? Like, that second part does make it, like, that is harder, right? Marthaplier. And, like, don't get me wrong, like, I think most people don't. Like, that's a very tall ask. I think most people would be unable to carry a one-person, one-location show on their own. So, like, this isn't me saying, like, Markiplier's a talentless hack, or something like that, or, like, fuck Markiplier. Like, I think most people, not just most people who aren't actors, but, like, most actors, most genuinely talented actors wouldn't be able to do it either. He's acted in those special vids, like, in space with Markiplier. Is that, like, a YouTube special? It felt like a student film with a budget. I feel like
on, like, a very low budget, or am I imagining that? Am I making that up? I might be making that up. It is kind of crazy just how many YouTuber movies there are this year, though, right? Like, Obsession, which is breaking box office records, and deserved, by the way. Fucking phenomenal movie. Like, one of the best movies I've seen this year. But that's a YouTuber movie. That's a Bad Idea. And there's the Markiplier movie, Iron Lung, and now Backrooms. And isn't there another one coming up? Either way, like, kind of crazy. It's the age of the YouTuber. Pretty soon I'll be releasing the Fire Emblem movie. My directorial debut. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm not I'm not talented. Oh, Jacksepticeye's making the Bloodborne movie, right. Yo, no! Wendell! Fuck! I don't like fighting. I can't let Wendell stay dead either, but we used up all of our turn wheels. Ah, I shouldn't have played this map this stream. I'm gonna say goodnight, gamers. We'll try this again. We'll do a salty run back next stream. Bye-bye.